Hello and welcome to episode 3 of my Legendary Heroes Fallen Enchantress. Well, it's actually Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes Let's Play. So yeah, after, as I said in episode 1, this is the first time I've ever done Let's Plays. I've definitely watched quite a lot of them, and Let's Plays are kind of my form of TV. I love watching them. Never done them before though, and it's a very interesting experience, especially going back and watching your replays and hearing all the silly things you say and watching all the silly mistakes that you make in the game. So it's definitely interesting sitting on this side of the fence. Made a couple of changes for this Let's Play. I turned the game music up a little bit. In the first couple of videos I was a bit paranoid about it being too loud, but it was quite low, and I think having it up a little bit more adds to the ambience of the game. I also brought the recording software that I'm using, D3D gear. It only cost me about $30 and it kind of just works. It's pretty good, but it has an overlay I've noticed that I can't seem to turn off, because every time I go into that tab of the game it crashes. Sorry, that tab of the application, the recording application, it actually crashes on me, so I can't get in there and turn it off. I've even had a look through the registry to see if I can find a key for that setting, so I want to get rid of it, but I'll keep working on that as time goes on. So, back to the game. As a brief recap, last game I got off to a bit of a slow start. In fact, it's probably one of the more difficult starts I've gotten off to in this game. Made some silly mistakes, like not having my summons in the tactical battle, because they're strategic level summons, and just wasting a bit of mana. As you can see, my current situation at the moment is that I'm very spellcaster heavy. I'm relying on summons, and my mana is quite low. I'm getting 4 per turn. I do feel like my army's a bit stronger now. I do feel like I've got a bit more momentum, but I definitely need to get focused on increasing my mana levels. I'm going to build another city here, and that'll give me access to some wild grain, and what I really want to get access to is these shards. So there's an air shard there, there's a fire shard there, crystal, more crystal, iron, which is kind of whatever. You usually end up with tons of iron in this game, and more crystal over there. So my focus is going to be getting this crystal up around here, and getting these shards so that they can increase my mana rate. And also getting some crystal. Now, because I've got a couple of sources of crystal around me, that means that I am going to make my way towards mages. Now, I haven't played Empire again, and I'm pretty sure that these guys are going to be the equivalent of mages. If they are, that's really great. Mages are probably one of the most powerful units in the game. They're a ranged unit. They do quite a bit of damage. And the way that the game is structured at the moment is that range units are far more powerful than melee units, mostly because on the tactical battle map, the terrain has no influence over range units, whereas it acts as a choke point and slows down melee units. Melee units have to move around terrain obstacles, including other units on the map, whereas range units can just shoot through anything without any consideration. I imagine that they will balance that as time goes on, and I'd definitely like them to balance that as time goes on to make sure that the terrain has a much greater effect on cover and stuff like that against range units. But for now, range units rule the battlefield. Doesn't mean you should all go completely ranged, but well, maybe you should, but I don't know. I like to have more balanced armies, but mages are definitely a powerful addition to my army. Okay, so I think there's nothing for me to do here. The turn symbol is green, so I'm just going to end my turn. Okay, let's go get some loot. Alright. Okay, leather equipment, we can equip them. Our mages can wear pretty much leather armor and better. So that's strong. We don't want to trifle with them just yet, but we do want to keep exploring and getting more experience. So just got a militia here, I've got a spearman. Hopefully I'm building a pioneer there. The pioneer, she needs to come out pretty quick. I think my other hero, I'm going to go get this loot, and then I'm going to run back and start outfitting this hero with an army as well. So I can... Ooh. Okay, I found some extra research in the tomb there that'll speed up my way to trading. I was building trading because I wanted to find get roads to connect my cities to make me more mobile. So I'm just checking out the area around here. So I'm going to move this, start moving this hero back towards. Wonder if they've just randomly appeared. I'm going to start moving that hero back towards my city in preparation for building an army for that hero as well. Okay, so I've got a scout. Okay, that's an arena. You can go in there and you can fight. Get some good rewards from that, but it's a little bit out of my league at the moment. Now, I'm wondering why I haven't seen an AI yet. Must mean there's an AI somewhere in this corner. Maybe there's an AI in each corner. I don't know if the map's at random balance, but we'll find out. In turn. In turn. Single combat. Okay, so because I'm a mage character and I don't have a lot of mana to burn, this guy is probably, it might actually have a damn good chance of beating me, although I do have that good dagger and I can cast a couple of spells at him, but he's only weak. I don't know if it's worth it. Nah, at the moment I want my troops to do most of the fighting just so I can build up some mana. So as you can see, roads between cities, that's one of the main reasons why I wanted that technology. So I've got some other options here. I can upgrade my mines. I haven't even built any yet. I can get better troops. I think I'm going to 35, so it's quite a wee way away for me to get that. That's 21. See, that would allow me to build crystal mines, which means I can start getting crystal and start moving towards mages, which are a prerequisite anyway before I get those guys. I would have thought, these guys must be mages here, chosen. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure on the units. Can I click on that? Does it give me any info? No, it doesn't. Excuse me. I might go for mounted warfare so I can outfit my hero with a horse. Is there anything under civilization that I want first? Not really. Not really. Not really. Yeah, let's start making a beeline towards mounted warfare. Okay, that's a reasonably tough monster to get at this part of the game, so what is it? I have to... Okay. Stand from a sand golem. So I basically need to go kill a sand golem, so we'll go do that. In turn. So my pioneer is ready now. Let's go have a look at this item here. I'm pretty sure there's a monster or something on it from memory. So my pioneer is ready. I'm going to go right here and settle my next city. So that will give me a little bit of fame and reduce unrest. I'm going to build that just to increase the size of my borders. Basically, if your other cities that you build are not connected to your capital via borders, then they get a heavy unrest penalty. So I do want my borders to be bigger. So we have another settlement location up here. They are wandering monsters by the looks, so they might kill my scout. Try and go around. Okay, I'll be able. Oh, it's another crag spawn, and this time I do not have. I do not have that summoned. And I don't think that she has any summoning spells. Oops. In fact, no, she just got. She's only level 2, so she only got mage. She hasn't got any skills yet. I want to be careful of that. That'll probably kill her. 14 attack and 19 defense against 6 attack and 0 defense. Okay, this is my main sovereign doing the quest. Okay, the sand golem, 34 hit points, 16 attack, 15 defense. Is actually reasonably powerful. Now, one thing about tactical combat is you want to strike first, obviously, so you can see how far he moves. He's not that fast. I always want to make sure that I can get the first strike in. I don't... No, I'm not going to use mana if I can help it. I'm going to actually build up my mana supply. With my own golem. So if I move my golem there, he'll be able to attack my golem next turn. So I'm going to move my golem here. And I'll move them there. And I will move them there. Move them there. Just want him to come into range. He didn't move very far, did he? Ah, let's go bash him. If I move him there, I'm not going to be able to get this my hero, and my hero does a bit of damage. So I've got my wolf next, and my wolf probably does more damage than my hero. These guys are spearmen, they don't have crushing blow, so I'm going to move them around the edge. I'll move my wolf in. Actually, I should have used the sprint ability and gone around the back, because now my hero is kind of out to dry. Now his turn. Ooh, ow. Okay. Oh no. That's that, yeah. It's got a little bit more mana now, so... Okay. Okay, let's run back. Might be able to kite this thing if I slow it. Resisted. Run back again. It's just resist chance, 33%. Resisted again. He's gonna be able to attack. Please don't kill me. Phew. I definitely want to slow this creature. And resist it again. Oh well, she's just not meant to. Oh. Please live. And okay, so she... That's not what I wanted at all for her. The heroes don't die in this. I actually wish that they did die, or at least you had the option that they'd die after 3 injuries or something. But instead of them dying, the Sovereign, they just lose mana when they die. But your champions, they actually suffer injuries, and that's probably one of the worst possible injuries that I could get for this character who I wanted to be a mage. So as you can see, she's back in my capital and she's immobilized for 5 seasons. So she's probably going to end up being a useless hero now, because I'll get another hero of higher level. So I built the monument there so my borders will expand. I think probably a workshop is going to be my next priority. And then some more troops. Maybe another pioneer. Okay, I bought the dust back. I got that monster as my reward. As you can see, there's 2 armies on top of each other now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click the army button. I'm going to get rid of the militia and take that Ophidian into my army. My army is actually rated strong now. Now if I settle here, I think it's going to bump some creatures, possibly bump some of these creatures out and make them wandering. Let's see what happens. No, it didn't. It's only if it's right next to them, I think. Now that I'm in my own territory, I'm going to do some shopping. That still could be useful. I'm going to sell that wolf pout. I'm going to sell the champion spear. I'm going to sell the mace. And I might actually just check to see if... Yeah, I'm going to sell that staff as well. I don't mind swapping staves with my hero. Okay, so we've got our second town built now. We're going to... Oh, you might be wondering, I'm not actually building any troops in my town, and you might be wondering why. Kind of like Civilization 5, your cities come with a bit of natural defense, and if you actually click on them, you can see there's a weak. That city, my capital is actually medium. And one thing about the game though is that basically if your city gets attacked, they spawn some militia and archers and things like that to defend the city. If your city gets attacked multiple times in the one round though, the militia and things only appear for that first battle, it seems. And I don't think that's a very great mechanic. I think that they should actually appear for each battle, because it makes cities a little bit easy to take over. But we'll see how that works as the game progresses, if they change that or not, or if they keep that mechanism. So your cities are good for defense once per round. At the moment, don't really need to worry about building any defensive troops though. So in this city here, if we actually check the details and we have a look at the unrest, it's at 43%, so it's really going to slow that city down. Oh, of course, I need to cast spell. I want meditation for now, just to get my mana pull up on the city. And I want to build, and because I settled on essence, I get a cleric, which means that I can reduce my unrest. I can get the monument, which will increase the radius. It's not going to help immediately. The cleric's probably going to give me more benefit straight away. We'll build that. After that workshop's done here, I'm going to build another pioneer and start getting some shards. I don't know if I settle my next city, pump up the research. No, we'll get a shard and then we'll do the next city. One other thing as well in this game is that the more cities you have, the higher your unrest. I think it's 3 per city. So you've got to be careful about spamming too many cities in the beginning until you can deal with the unrest. So it's not like other strategy games where it's the idea is to expand at all costs. And my scout's under attack and he's going to die. Okay, not a good round for me. So we've got wild grain. That's great. It's not going to help me immediately. Help with growth. Wild horses in our zone of control. And because my borders have expanded, that crystal is now in my zone of control. So after I build my next pioneer, I will probably go for that crystal to start building up my supply crystal in preparation for mages. Okay, we got a bow. That's actually quite a powerful bow, 16 attack. It lowers my initiative quite significantly though. So that is the trade-off. 5 poison attack as well. It's not going to be that useful against spiders because I think they're immune to poison. I will definitely use that bow, but probably not for this battle. Black Widows. If we have a look at a Black Widow, Beguile, which means you'll see what that does. There's a little bit of poison damage. Are they? Okay, so they're not actually immune to poison themselves, even though they can poison. So we will equip that bow. Lowering the initiative by 8 is not wonderful though. If you think about it, even though it's got high damage, she can probably, with the dagger, attack twice in the same round. Or attack twice as fast, rather. And thus sort of negate the damage advantage. But it is ranged as well. So let's go back to these spiders and check one more thing. Yeah, well, these are going to be fairly easy for me to beat. No defense, 30 attack. Okay. I'll probably try and beguile first round anyway, so you pretty much get a free attack against these guys. There we go. Try to. Okay, so what beguile does is it means that your troops get confused, and if they're going to be attacking melee, they might accidentally attack their neighbor, even if it's an ally. So her being beguiled is pretty much nothing for me to worry about. Let's try and pick that one off. Yeah, you pretty much get 2 free rounds against these guys because they beguile and whip before they actually start to attack. And he's actually whipped, so he can't do anything. Alright, she levels up. Got some spider silk to sell. Okay, so mage. It generally pays to sort of go down one tree. I think I'm going to keep going on the oh yeah, I forgot to use that. I think I'm going to keep going down on the summons. Okay, so my choices are, I'll go over my choices a little bit better. I can get Greater Necromancy. Now this gives me a couple of really awesome spells. Horrific Wall. All enemy units take 2 damage per level of the caster, unless they resist. Awesome. Raise Skeletal Horde. Raise a ton of skeletons to fight for you. Again, awesome. I think they are both quite mana intensive though, so they're not going to be that great for me this stage of the game. Summon Ice Elemental, definitely want that. It means I can pretty much have my army relying on summons and I don't need to worry about troops as much. Ice Elemental is a good summon because it slows monsters that it hits as well. If I'm a mage, I'll generally avoid this part of the tree, which is just sort of miscellaneous attributes. These give me more and more powerful spells. Because I haven't played Empire that much, I'm not that familiar with these, but again, because my mana is low, I'm not going to be casting too many spells just yet. So we're going to be going for choose Summon Ice Elemental. Okay. She's mobilized 4 more turns. What's happening here? The militia just seems to be following me around. I'm going to move the militia into that city. Quite a decent hammer. Okay, so this is the Stilt Scath army. It's rated as strong, 60 attack, 15 defense, 108 hit points. It's weaker than me. These, I don't think they have anything special. They're tough, they do a counter attack, they're quite vulnerable to fire. I do a deadly bite. I don't think I can do anything with fire at this point in time. So as you can see, that's how far they can move. So I'm going to move them back one. Of course, they go for my weakest unit. Tactical AI is not too bad in this game, actually. The strategic AI needs a bit of love. Now I can move them back, but they can just follow them around and attack them. I've got my ice elemental anyway, so it's a bit of a waste sacrificing these guys, but let's see, I've got I might be able to pick one off. So if I bite, he's going to attack for double my attack, which is 26. Okay, yeah, I'm going to definitely do that. I'll move him here. I've got my wolf, so he's got 13 hit points left. My wolf has an attack of 14, but he's also got 5 defense, so he probably won't kill it. If I use that ability, it'll stun him. If I attack normally, 14, it's going to do 6 to 12 damage. So again, he's probably not going to kill it. I don't want him to be alive. Oh, I've also got my hero. It's... Okay, well that was a mistake from the tactical AI. Spells. I might slow that one. No, I'm going to raise a skeleton. Keep it busy. Cost me no mana. He's down. That's going to be occupied by my skeleton. Phew. Lucky to have that unit still alive. So Wraith Touch drains 4 hit points. Yes, I'll use that. Everything, including my own troops, seems to be really good at dodging in this game. Ooh. Shield Bash. Shield Bash could be useful for battlefield control stuff, but I don't find it amazingly useful otherwise. I should have used Crushing Blow on him. These things have quite high initiative. Now that summoned skeleton has a... You're going to do it once. Might slow this guy. 31% resist chance. Hey, my spell worked for once. So Wolf can't attack him, but he can attack Wolfie. I'm going to get Wolf out of the way. This guy's tough, so let's send him in. 14 defense. He's tough as well, send him in. Yep. See, because he's slowed now that he's not getting so many attacks. Uses a bow. That counter attack's nasty. I don't want to lose my wolf because that's another 30 mana wasted. Please. Oh man, and there we go. I should have just kept my wolf back. Alright, that'll make my summons tougher. have to resummon them again to get that advantage. Okay, I think I'm about done for this Let's Play. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.